guys, anyway, this is what we're doing today. The area behind me on this side here, we just finished yesterday, and we're kind of going to go through it, take a look. Yesterday we pulled all these ones out and got all these ones all settled up. We did from here to where the processor is way down there. He's finishing up a few that were left behind. They had to come in and throw all the bigger ones, the 14 plus. But if you notice, I'm not too sure if you can see it in the video, but I mean, it's still, some trees are going to still come out. You see all that, how clean it is. That's our goal. And now if you look at it behind us, I mean, you can't even see through that at all. You see that? So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take out some of this corner out of here. We've got to go find some skid trails where to haul them through. I know that we have a lot of this to throw. All that right there, look how thick that stuff is, man. This we do select cut, and I kind of found where we're gonna put a deck, but we haven't found the skid trail to the deck, so that's what we're gonna go do now. We'll walk in here and kind of just look for what used to be skid trails before. If we can't find those skid trails, we'll designate a skid trail that works best. That way we don't mess up any trees or minimize damage to the soils and stuff like that. Down in these parts here, you make a little rut, man, they get on you. You drop a little oil, they get on you. You scratch a tree, they get on you. And when you're talking about trees beyond, I mean, you couldn't drive a truck through this place. I know in a lot of places it's 100 times worse. Like down in, Mississippi, we went down there and I was amazed on how many trees are in an acre. And nothing like here. Oh, here this is a lot, but problem is here we've got a lot more fires than they do, I would say. We're pretty much all desert land up here, so in all reality, if fire starts here, it usually takes out 3, 4, 5,000 acres before they even try to control it, and then, well, they probably jump on it before that. It's a little exaggeration, but they spot a fire, they try to turn it off immediately. But in all reality, if the winds kick up just a little bit, that fire is gone, man. You have no idea how bad these things get here. I don't know about up anywhere else, but here they're even afraid to burn. They have certain windows of burn time, and even at that, they have real strict guidelines, and still, sometimes it gets away on them. But if you notice behind me, almost all of them trees are coming up. The ones that are marked yellow or orange are the leaf trees, so we're going to leave those in place. That way, we can go ahead and we're going to open up the tops and get everything done. But let's go ahead and see if we find a used skid trail or an old skid trail. And the way we find those usually, and that way we stay within the guidelines of the forest rehabilitation down here in Mexico, in New Mexico, not Old Mexico, guys. Let's see. So usually you want to look for scarring on the trees. If there's any scarrings on the butts of the trees, like say down here, right there where my foot's at, I don't know if you can see it. There should be some here somewhere. Now we can go ahead and make a trail. Oh, there's one right there, look. So they used to log this back in the 70s and 80s. A bunch of new growth came out, overtook it, and we're just cleaning it up because we are selective cut. That means, like I was saying earlier, everything that is marked yellow or orange stays, and then the rest of it goes. But this is what I was talking about when you're looking for skid trails. If you can see this right here, that right there is you can tell they pulled the skid trail. Now if you come to the other side of the road here, here's another tree. There's another where they used to hit it with the skidders or the dozers or whatever they pulled them with. And then you look for new growth as well. New growth. There's not much new growth here because basically it's jam-packed full of trees, but usually you'll have a bunch of little things sprouting up. Well, from my looks of it, they went straight through there. It kind of looks like a road. It's not, you can't really see it too much, but it goes through right there. I'm not too sure. We still have about, on this job, we probably have maybe 30 acres left. We should probably be done by the end of the week, I'm hoping. Throwing it and skidding half of it. Once we have it decked and piled, then we're going to hit up and start hauling them again. See if we can get them all the loads out. We got close to probably like 150 loads piled. And we'll do that a little bit. We'll make a video on that later on too. But anyways, here's where the landing's going to be. They want to take out some of the shrubs sometimes, and I think it's a bad idea, but because you sometimes run these things over and then they start growing like wildfire. They don't stop growing. But right here in these shrubs, basically where our landing, where we're going to put all our trees, where we're going to pile the trees. Here's some of the, we cut to this other side of the road, and there's our decks. I don't know if you can see it because it's dang, not dang, what is it called? That dang sun, you know? Nah, awesome. But, and then we did all the way from there, we did all the way up on top up there. Now we just got to hit this backside and make it look pretty. Well, we did a lot of stuff. Here's let's see if we can get the pile a little bit. Let me check it out, man. That's a little pile. It's about between 5 and 6 feet high. Some is low, about 4 feet here. Walk up to the pile, kind of from far away it looks like that, but I'm almost 6 foot, and there you go. But we'll go ahead and get started throwing trees. I would like to record, but dropping the trees and throwing them, but I won't be able to do stuff like that till we get into the GoPro. I'm going to buy me one here this next week and we'll try it out. Alrighty guys, keep it safe.